morning, good day, and welcome to Cooking with Oso. Today we'll be doing a spicy garlic pork, and I'm just gonna run you through the very quick steps to make this really scrumptious dish at home. So as you can see here, I have my cast iron pot. It's here heating. It's just about ready for my oil. I'm gonna add the oil to my pan. I'm not going to put too much because what I want to do is just to brown the pork. It's all nice and hot already. And I'm going to this is pork that I've seasoned with our local green seasoning and my also creamy garlic paste. You're going to hear a little sizzle. That's fine. So I seasoned it overnight. And then I just cut them into cubes, and I had it marinating in the refrigerator. So what I want to happen is that I want all of this to have a nice brown outer appearance, and it should be really nice and toasty on the outside. And then I'm gonna add my herbs and bring the dish together. Keep moving them around on the pan so that they are coated and all nicely brown. It's so hot today, guys. So I'm going to pair this meal with some freshly made local lime juice. I'm going to show you how I do that in a little while. Pairing with my pork, I'm going to have some potato salad. Have my potatoes boiling on the back there. And I've added some peas and some carrots to it. And in the Caribbean, we like to put a boiled egg in our potato salad. So I've added an egg. So I'm just stirring. So this is what I want to be happening. I'm just going to let them just brown on one side and then turn on the other side. And in the back here I have my potatoes boiling. This is the consistency you want. This is the browning that you want. You see it's nice and brown on the outside. And then we're going to add all our herbs and our seasonings, and then we're going to just cook this down slowly. Good. So as you can see, all my pieces of pork chop, they're nicely browned and crispy on the outside. So what I'm going to do now is just to deglaze the pan. We're not going to waste all this goodness here. I've reserved some stock from before. I'm going to add that to this pan. I'm going to add some onions and some sprigs of thyme. That's thyme, rosemary, and I have some sage as well. All locally grown right in my backyard. It's really good to incorporate fresh herbs into your meals. They're not only tasty, but they have a lot of health benefits for you. You know, a lot of the older folks who live to see 90-something and even a century, they would tell you that they cook with fresh ingredients, and that's what we do here at the Oso Kitchen. Try our best to cook with health in mind and just make sure that we incorporate everything we have locally. Okay? So my pan is deglazed. I'm going to add my pork pieces back to the pan. And I'm also going to add some ginger. I love pork with ginger. I need ginger and rosemary. They go really, really well with pork. So I've thinly sliced my ginger. Again, these are locally grown. Get all my goodies, all my ingredients at the local markets, or sometimes I buy directly from the farmers if I'm working in the countryside that day and I see good produce. I would support, and then there are things that I would buy for myself. I've also added here some sweet peppers because I just like the flavor of sweet peppers. And then I just stir that around a bit, let everything marry and coat the pork. Long ago, our foreparents used to do a pork similar to this. They call it dove. That's where they would use a heavy pan and just really slow cook the pork until it was nice and tender. So I'm doing something similar, but what I did, I just kind of browned the outside because I like these little crispy pieces and the little crunch on the outside of the pork. Okay. So to this, I'm going to add my spicy creamy garlic paste. You see how good it is? You add it directly in your pan, directly in your cooking. And I'm also, because I don't want it too spicy, I'm also going to add some of my creamy garlic paste as well. So this is going to give it that really nice garlicky flavor. You can find them in our local supermarket. So this is the spicy one, and this is the original one. I'm going to add just a little bit more of my coconut oil, my virgin coconut oil. This is the brand that I like. It's called Vincy. This is the one that I use. It's produced by a good friend of mine, and it is so scrumptious. It's really good, and again, very healthy for you. See how nicely this is coming along? Just stirring that in, making sure that all the pieces of pork, all the pieces are covered. And then we've added it to liquid and we'll just let this take its time and just slow cook. So this is our spicy creamy garlic pork today. My potatoes have been boiled already. I've strained them, I've drained them already, and they're just here cooling out. And then I'm going to do the mayonnaise mixture and mix that up. I'm going to serve this with my pork today. Right, so I have my pork simmering there. I'm going to start one of my side dishes to accompany my meal today. I know a lot of people use curry in St. Vincent and the Caribbean as well. It's one of our favorite spices and one of our favorite meals. Like, we use it a lot in, rotis and stuff like that. But I try to use it in other ways, especially to get my daughter to eat vegetables and stuff. So I'm going to be doing some curried eggplants and okra. So I've heated my pan and I've added some oil and put in the curry now. I like to mix my curry with a little brown masala. So I'm going to put a little bit of that as well. And I love the flavor that bay leaves give to curry, so I always put it in when I'm browning my curry. You have to be careful with curry. You have to make sure that it is properly cooked before you add your other ingredients, because you do not want it to give you an upset stomach. So you make sure that it's properly browned and fully cooked before you incorporate the rest of your ingredients. So I'm just browning the curry now. This is what we call browning curry. When you brown it, it actually, the very yellow appearance kind of gets a little darker. It smells so good up in my kitchen right now. The bay leaves add such a really aromatic kind of sensation to this dish. It's really good. Smells up the whole house. You have to air out when you finish. So I'm gonna add some onions as well. I love cooking with onions. Just let that cook down a little bit in there. You could cut the onions smaller, but I use them this size because it's easier for me to avoid them because my daughter doesn't like onions. If I do them too fine, then she's going to nitpick and sit there and pick out every single piece she can find. So by doing them this big, I could just give her a little bit of the eggplant that is flavored with the curry, and so she doesn't have to spend so much time picking out. So I've thinly sliced the eggplants and I'm going to add them directly to the pan. Just give it a quick swirl. When it's finished cooking, it's going to be really, really soft. It's going to be melt in your mouth soft. Okay. To that I'm going to add a little bit of water so that it can start cooking. Put some water in. Eggplants normally produce a lot of liquid as well, so you don't need to add too much water. Just add enough just to get them nice and tender. And I also love okras, so I'm gonna do something a little different. You know, not many people may do this, but I like to add okras to my curried eggplants as well. Okra is really nutritious, and for persons who are even hypertensive and so forth, it's really a good vegetable to incorporate in your diet. They say it's good for the men, but I'm not sure about that. But I know it's good for everybody. It's good for your health. And it tastes really good. Some people don't like it. It says a little bit too slimy, but I actually like it. And it pairs really well with white rice. And I'm doing white rice today as well as one of my sides. So this will go really good with it. So you see how simple that was? And all I'm going to do now is to just add a little bit of my spicy creamy garlic paste. Again, it's really easy to use. You just put a dollop right into your meal and it transforms the flavor profile of your dish. And I'm going to add a little bit of the original one as well. Then I give this a quick stir. And then I cover it and just let it simmer. I would add a little bit of salt as well. I'm not very big on salt, but I use a little bit of sea salt just to give it some extra flavor. And that's pretty much it. So to this, I'm just going to add a little salt, 2 pinches, and that should be enough. We have to watch our salt intake, especially when we're getting down in age. You know, in the Caribbean, we have a lot of hypertension, and you know, we have to make sure that we're not contributing to more non-communicable diseases. You know, we just have to make sure that we incorporate healthy cooking in our lifestyle. This is about it. I'm going to add just a little tip more of water, and then I'm going to cover this and let it just simmer for maybe about 10 minutes, and that'll be it. So it's not the weekend if there's not some fried plantain up in the kitchen. And so we're going to do a side dish. I normally love to incorporate plantains. So what I've done here, I've just sliced my plantains. I don't like them too ripe for this particular side dish, but I like them very ripe if I'm just having them on toast. So I have my coconut oil. I pan is already heated, and I'm just gonna fry up these plantains. I think Vincentians eat a lot of fried plantain. Probably that's why we are always so joyful. Plantain is a feel-good food. So this particular one that I'm doing, again, I try to cook things that I know my family would enjoy, especially dealing with the little one. I always have to find things that are interesting, things that are, tasty and fun. So when I'm finished frying these plantains, I normally would I have my cinnamon sugar mixture here. So to this, I've just added 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I've added about 1.5 teaspoons of ground spice, cinnamon. So when I'm finished frying them, I would top it with this, and then I would pop it in the toaster oven for just about 5 or so minutes just to crisp up. It really gives a really nice flavor and adds that, that different taste to the normal plantain you would have for breakfast every day. Sometimes I would also do it with bacon. I would bake plantain, do a cinnamon sugar and bacon plantain. But it's so hot today, I don't even want to put on the oven. It's really, really humid. And so I'm just going to let these cook, and then I'll show you how it looks. When it's assembled, put it in the oven, and then show you the finished product. Okay, so our plantains are almost finished. Take these out. Plantains like to play tricks, if you turn your back on them, they get really brown and sometimes they burn. So you always have to pay attention to your plantains. So I've added them to my platter. I'm going to remove it so you can see it. And all I've done is just to cover them with the cinnamon and brown sugar mixture. You can use it just as is because the plantains are warm, and so they do melt the sugar a little bit. This is how it looks. So you can serve as is, or you can put them in the oven just to crisp up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put them in the oven at about 400 degrees for just about 2 to 3 minutes. And then they will be nice and crispy, and the sugar and cinnamon will kind of melt to the top. Really a nice crust. So that's it. It's very simple. So I'm just going to check on pork. Remember we had it just slow cooking. Almost done. Oh my goodness. Are you seeing that? Oh, if you smell this kitchen, it's really good. So this is exactly what we want. Slow cooked, all ready to serve with our potato salad, our white rice, and our eggplants and okras. And of course, we'll add a fresh salad. You always have to add something fresh. This is how our okras are looking now. See how good it is? We just cook them down, and they're really, really tasty. I just had a little try of it. So we're going good. So I'm just going to show you how we plate up and serve our meal. Taste for sweetness, just to see if it's okay. I think it needs a little bit more the garlic sauce. I'm going to add a little bit more of the sweetness from that. Okay. Let's mix it in very quickly. And I'm going to make the coleslaw first because I'm going to add some extra ingredients to the potato salad. But you can make this mixture ahead and you can have it in your refrigerator. So to my bowl, just gonna shift this one. And put this one. To this one, you just add grated carrots and grated cabbage. You add as much as you would want to make. I grate ahead of time and just add mayonnaise to the portion that I'll be using in the moment, because you don't want to have it spoiling on you. And then I'm going to add this to this mixture. What I like to do with my mayonnaise mixture, or with my coleslaw I should say, I like to add diced pineapples. And so I have some diced pineapples and I'm going to add them directly to this. So with every bite of my coleslaw, I get a really nice punch of sweet, succulent pineapples. That's that real nice tropical flavor, that Caribbean flavor. It's better if you have fresh pineapples, but if you don't have fresh pineapples, you can always substitute with the canned pineapples. Okay, I'm gonna add all of this because we love pineapples here. I'm just gonna mix that in. So you can see how it's incorporated very easily. Make sure that all your cabbage and carrot is coated. And again, you could always taste for sweetness. If it's not sweet enough, you can add a little bit of honey as well. So our coleslaw is ready. This is ready to serve. I'll just transfer it to our serving bowl and we'll be ready to serve. So now I'm going to put together the potato salad. Remember, I had the potatoes that were boiled and the carrots and peas. To this, I'm going to add grated sweet peppers and onions. I'm also going to add a pinch of salt, just a pinch. I'm going to add some mustard. It's about 1 tablespoon of mustard. And then the 1 boiled egg. Remember I said in St. Vincent we love to put boiled eggs with our potato salad. I think it's a Caribbean thing as well, but I know definitely for St. Vincent we like to do that. So I boil it and I just diced it. And then the same mixture that we just made with the mayo, I'm going to add that to our potato salad, and then I'm going to just mix it together. I may not use all that's here, so I just want to incorporate this first. And then we see if we need to add any more. You can also mix everything together in the bowl, but because it's such a small batch of potato salad, I have enough wiggle room. I have enough room to mix it around. And this is good in the refrigerator for up to maybe 3 days. I won't push it further than that, but if you keep it in a sealed container, it will be really good up to 3 days. And to me it tastes better as the day goes by. And there it is. It's very simple. This is our potato salad. I'm going to add just to the top of it a little bit of the dill. It looks so pretty and it tastes so good. So this is how it would look. This is how you'd serve it. And that's it. So this is a complete meal. We have our freshly squeezed lemonade. What we have in this is just fresh lemons and the Angostura bitters and brown sugar. Simple. Our potato salad, our coleslaw, the pork, our garlic pork, some basmati rice, our plantains, and our eggplant and okra. Look at my plate, guys. I'm getting ready to dig in. See how good this looks? Ooh, I can't wait.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and hit that like button.